What's up, guys? This is 1420 Music Talk and all that. So right here, we got the bro Max.
What's up?
Yeah, and today we are here to talk about Blade's last album, The Fool. So, been waiting to talk about this joint for a minute. It came out, surprise drop in May, end of May, and an executive produced album by Lucy, who is part of Rip Squad, helped with the Ice Dancer production, and also had a huge part in that album sound and all that. So, man, I don't even know how we begin with this. There's what do we start to talk about this album first?
Should we do like favorite tracks, like switch
Favorite
off,
track?
or
Okay.
just talk about?
All right. That's the thing. Okay, so like my favorite track kind of definitely like I feel like when I get really involved into an album, it just kind of switches off back and forth.
For sure.
Like going in, I just knew about the Hotel Breakfast leak, and I was like, oh, they finally put this song out, and this song's amazing.
Right.
And everyone fucks with Hotel Breakfast for the most part, but then you're like, oh wait, there's still other songs on here that I like gotta
Right.
give intense. So like I feel like now it's probably like Ego Baby. I think
That music video's fire.
the music video, insane. The song just so emotive, and man, there's layers, bro. There's levels to this shit
Exactly.
of each. There's literally. I think the placement of the song, in the album is kind of similar or resembles how Top Man was put in Ice Dancer, because it's immediately followed by Trendy, just like Top Man was followed by Waster. And that's like, and it kind of made me look at the song as like kind of that emotive, like, man, he got that Ego Baby laugh in there. He got just the bars he's spitting and kind of the high vocal, just that like, ooh, kind of like how Top Man did. And then it was followed by Trendy, which was like the same kind of pretty adjacent to a Waster, where it's like a big bumping song with like high vocals that are kind of just like, I don't even know.
Waster is incredible.
Which is it's
But,
just such a good song.
Like the lyrics of Waster are so depressing though if you look at them.
Exactly.
But Trendy, it like
Yeah.
gets you hyped.
It gets you hyped on that. But that's exactly like Waster's one of those songs where you listen to the lyrics, you listen to like what he's talking about, you're like, yo, this is something like he is down. And like
Right.
I be feeling that sometimes, but the beat's so like high energy that it's like
Ascension.
it's
Essentially.
essential. It really is
Yeah.
like that really is like drain. You know what I mean? Like you're really brought down by his lyrics, but you're brought up by this beat. Like, you know, straight up.
Floating.
Like,
Right.
and that's what's crazy about Ego, I think that's what I really appreciate about Ego Baby, because like Top Man I fucking love.
Mhm.
Like that's such a great song. It's so emotive in Ice Dancer, and man, and it kind of has that same effect that Ego Baby now has for me. So,
Right.
Like, so what about you? What's your favorite track?
Man, just like you, I've been listening to this shit like all summer basically, like
Yeah.
from May to now.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely switched around a lot as well. I think I want it that way now. Just like the lyrics are so
Uh-huh.
good. The point where he says like after the first verse, when the beat comes back and he's like, I have, what does he say?
I can't complain.
I can't complain.
Um,
Yeah. And then the beat comes back and it's like, dude, that's exactly how I'm feeling.
Oh no, because he went in and I was like, I remember the first time I heard that, I'm like, oh, so cool,
Right?
So cool. No, that's facts. And that song's like, man, the production behind it, just the emotion behind it, like it's all like it's hidden, it's emotive, you know, it's some crazy work. Cause like, I think The Fool definitely has probably some of his most like carried out work in a way where
Like
it's
themes
like,
of it?
like the themes are there, like they're, you know, it's pretty spiritual, and it's like, all right, kind of obvious about that. I mean,
Right.
not as in he did it obvious, but it's clear, you know.
Mhm.
And I think because the reason why I think The Fool is like what I really liked is because it takes a lot of positives from like the last 2 years of his work in a way where it's like, you know, Ice Dance, he really took that like that clear trap production, you know.
Right.
Exeter, you kind of had some of that like ethereality in songs like Disarray and you know, parts of it's scattered in there. You know, it's scattered in
Right.
there. And 333, it has that same ethereality, that blissfulness, but in them themes too that were kind of introduced there. And he mentions the noblest strive a lot. Like
That's true. I don't know what it means.
Yeah, well, he brought it up in Let's Ride. You know, it's Ninefold Path, noblest striver. He inspiration comes. He said, "Turn your mental prison to a maid." He brought that up again, which is brought up. And in Ego Baby, when he's like, billions at a time, take your time, all that. I don't know. When I first heard it, it kind of did sound like adjacent to the flow in Noblest Driver. If you can kind of like catch it a bit, where it's like the tone's a little different, and it's kind of like a more upcycle flow, whereas like he's just kind of taking those concepts from like those albums and put it in to make it more clear. And then with Good Luck, obviously you do have them EDM shits in there, but you also have that club approach, and it's more like more underground ravey, more than like EDM poppy, which is like I appreciated, where it's like at least you kind of saw his intentions when it came to making an album like that, but he made it more clear in the full.
Right. Yeah, you can definitely see over the years, like the lyrics get more and more. He's definitely like he's on to something at some point, and then you can see. I think the Fool is pretty well realized on on those themes, like especially self-improvement or like learning stuff. You know, he says, "I didn't know a thing, but I knew when I was ready to." Like that kind of shit is. Like,
yeah, and you like those themes of spirituality that he brings up are like are much more clear in this than they were. Whereas like 333 was kind of like realizing it was there, you know, and he's kind of seeing the route, where the Fool is kind of more, you know, I mean, shit. He said, "I know what I know." All right, that, you know, where it's like he's kind of found that peace and that fate, and kind of has a clear idea of it, and kind of represents that in the Fool a bit. And it's kind of cool because I think what people kind of sleep on the fact when it comes to like his recent stuff was just kind of like each album that's kind of come out recently is especially since like Exeter has kind of been like him finding that fate, or kind of finding that that euphoria, or that end point in a way, or something like that, right?
Yeah, he's definitely on a journey.
Yeah, on a journey for sure. And like, you know, Exeter was very minimalist, right?
Oh yeah,
but,
for sure.
Which like at first everyone's like, "Yo, what the fuck," right? It's an 18-minute project. It's very short. It's like, yo, but it's like when you listen to that, even like you kind of start to see there's like more of a world behind it. You know, I'd say, because like there's a lot of songs that I think like Good really helped with that production, where it's like, wow, these are. You gotta put like headphones on. You're like put in this world,
right?
You know?
Dude, DNA Rain,
literally like, DNA Rain, essentially. Like,
so good.
And just like the build up to that, you got like the fucking Rainbow Star to Every Moment Special, which is like a glitch in that, and it goes to DNA Rain. It's crazy, right? I'm getting a little off topic here, talking about Exeter too much, but he's really finding like what works for him, not only in the music but like also in his life too, and kind of like his brought that out. And the Fool, which is like, it's just insane. And it really, you look back at a lot of stuff that he did put out in that 2020 run, and a lot of it does start to make sense, you know, because especially just Noblest Driver alone, like he mentions that ideas in there and like flows in there, and he brings it back out because he's like upcycling, which is like, I can actually appreciate that about Bladee, because he's at least changing, you know, how it's done, you know, more than just like reusing it because he like ran out of lyrics, you know. It feels more genuine, and like, you know, let me just change what I had.
Yeah, he's been experimenting a lot. Like Good Luck, I read this article where he was saying that the phrase itself, good luck, he said it meant you don't know if the person is actually going to accomplish their goal, but you kind of put that intent into it.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of indicative of how he's going. He's just, you know, feeling it out, combining like Baby or BBY. I don't know. How do you say it?
BB. I don't even know. Just whatever.
But that's like, that definitely takes from Good Luck. I know Mekatalk was on production on part of that.
Just really?
That synth, it's so catchy.
Shit, yeah.
Mekatalk definitely has an ear for catchy shit.
Yeah, I could appreciate about that about him for sure, because like a lot of people were shitting on how like quote unquote basic his shit is, but it's like
they were so salty.
Yeah, like, it's like no, but it's like it's capturing that like the essence of the sound more than just like the executionism, or just like, oh, this isn't different. It's like, no, bro, but it's like he's just taking it back, it's like it works, but go on.
I think another thing to talk about is just how many quotables are from this album, like on just the memes, kind of like on Blade, she called me Bladee.
Yeah, the hotel breakfast, I see that everywhere. Right? Yeah,
the so Drain High School football tryouts.
I remember first the most ridiculous lyric, and it's like, what do you mean by that? What does that even mean? But shit, I mean, he did say in reality, surf, take the word and change the meaning.
That's true.
Some shit like that.
Take a bunch of empty words, make it mean nothing, that's on The Fool.
I
forgot which song that's on.
Oh, that's fucking Hotel Breakfast, bro. Take a bunch of empty words and make them mean something. He literally just did that, and like people were like, oh, hard. And then when they heard that, they were like, huh? But you just gotta look back at the Hotel Breakfast when he said that.
True.
Yeah. But no, that's very true, because like I think with like those memeable moments, it kind of did bring out, because like you look on fashion pages and like archive pages, and they never really just post Blade in like whole perfect, but in the meme way, where it's like that's kind of how they communicate to others who know about his work.
Yeah,
I feel like
dog whistling Drain.
Yeah, exactly. Type shit. But it kind of, I don't know.
It definitely, this album definitely, I think there are some songs in here that are legitimately just accessible to anyone. Like, I think is just so, how can you, I played it for my dad and he liked it. Like, that's how you know.
Type shit.
I reaching
I play it for audience. The bro who would like never really understand probably like some of Blade's old work. But like, this is like, some of the songs like I Think and like songs off Good Luck is kind of like that surface level you kind of get, which is like, okay, a lot of people might be mad because it means Blade's being more mainstream no, bro, no, like, come on, like, it's good songs. Like, if you can play it in front of other people, it's like, yeah,
exactly.
Like, for
you
sure.
Can't play Unreal.
No, you can't. You cannot play Unreal.
Like, yeah, dude. Some people on the Sad Boys subreddit, I'm gonna call them out real quick. They just want sad Blade all the time. They don't want Blade. It doesn't seem like they want Blade to be making happy stuff or accessible stuff.
And that's just a trend in like music, like same with like Lorde. Everyone's like, oh, she's making happy music now. Right. It's like, all right,
be sad again.
Like, all right, that's like, don't put this artist journey on like on your shit, because it's like that just show. It's like, okay, also on a broader scale, like that's kind of like the same thing with Uzi fans with their like bring back 2016 Uzi. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. You just got to grow up at that point, because kind of like Tyler said, the music is still there, but like he's gonna be on different shit. If Tyler was still making what his fans would have wanted him to make, he would have been irrelevant by now.
Probably, yeah. You got to have evolution.
You do have to have evolution.
I am a big fan of Blade's evolution, for sure.
And it's like, dude, it speaks. It's just like, obviously a lot of his sad shit is, and his Drain, Evil, Blade, like, it's good, but it's like, where would Blade go if, like, okay, artists got to make that evolution, you know? It's like, it's his time to shine. And I think now, especially, that this album really helping, it's kind of really cementing, like, Blade is really having like a second coming, like another uprising. Like, you have a lot of, I wouldn't really say underground, but like producers off Whole Lotta Red were on this album. You got producers who are just like low key around the rap scene, making some of your favorite songs are like on this album. Out of Town, Rock, Luso, who produced like Mr. Rage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Rock produced like Rock at the Track. Yeah, he man, he did some shit out. He did off the last Trippy album. He did like Supernatural. He did that Hood Baby shit by Lil Keed. And this kid's like 16. It's funny
Holy
as
shit.
fuck. Yeah, but I don't. He's really cementing himself to actually like. Oh, he has like more. I think one of my friends said it where it's like, you get a clear picture of him being like, that kind of poppy persona in a way, where it's like, it's just kind of more clear now, because then you look back at his old music and it's like, obviously it is like unreal. Like the tune of it is like catchy.
It is. It's a good song.
Like I fuck with that. But the song of it, you'll probably be like, what the fuck is this shitty ass vocals, mixing, all that. But like, if he made it like an obvious, clear song for everyone to like, it would be bad. Like the reason why I think, or not it would be bad, but it's like, it would just be like everything else, or it wouldn't like stick out.
Oh yeah, it's definitely it's pretty weird.
It is
weird song. I like it, but
I like it too. And I'll be in it. I'm like, yeah, you just.
I'll just whistle it every once in a while for no reason. It's like, it popped in my head.
It's catchy, right? But and I think like that's why fans are mad about Good Luck, is just because he's really, he's just with that evolution. He's starting to show like kind of the meaning, behind his shit. It's kind of like Exeter, like what Good Luck was in his album. It's like, Exeter was made, 333 kind of carried that out more. Good Luck was made, and The Fool carried like some of that out more, but it also
a little bit. I'd say more 333.
Yeah, probably more from 333. Yeah, when it comes to because like Good Luck was just, at the end of the day, it's concepts. I think this is a great opportunity just to tell the people, because I Stancer, Exeter, 333, Good Luck, like they were all, I think, incorporated in this album. And I want to bring up some things that like kind of relate to that. So first off, like Let's Ride, right? Great song. First off, he says, deep inside a dream, I see shapes of wet water, right? And I put this on Reddit because he does have a song called Water 2, and he said like wet water 2. Was this song Water 1? Like, was this song Water 1?
Holy shit.
Because that's what I'm like, what does even the Water 2 shit mean? I mean, it's really just Bladee just saying whatever, and he puts empty words in.
Sounds cool.
Yeah. 333333333. Let me know what it's gonna be. Obviously, like come on, 333 right there, and it's the ninefold path noblest driver, right? Now you know how it like leads in Let's Ride.
One?
In Let's Ride with
yeah.
Like, that's the same fucking preset as Smart Water.
Oh, for
real? I shit you not. I kind of want to play, see if you can hear. And I'll put this in the thing. So right now we got you can hear this, right?
Yeah.
All right, for sure. So you got this playing for a bit. Right here.
Whatever.
Right. Now I'm going to play Smart Water. It's the same fucking preset. Right, but it's cool though. I'm totally cool with that because it kind of just, in that way, it's kind of like a little homage to Ice Dancer, and obviously like Lucy coming back on the track, So I appreciate that right. Shit. Yeah, get your track right. He also did say, then I gave away my Montclair in the sacrifice. Now, I remember hearing that, and I'm just like, he did mention Montclair coat in Romeo. And I was just like when I was just sitting down, like writing all this other shit. And then I thought, sacrifice, Romeo. Oh shit, he made a sacrifice for love. And he pretty much just referenced his fucking song in Ever Since, which that was fucking crazy. I already brought up the whole like Top Man Waster, Ego Baby, Trendy the Jason thing. But I think, like, I fucked with that song a lot because obviously it's an easier like song to listen to, and like, man, you could just kind of play and just have a fun time with it, bro. It's just like, you could play for the like people who don't listen or fuck with Bladee, right? And they'll fuck with it, right? And I think, well, number one, it sounds like more of a carried out song from Good Luck, whereas Good Luck was more like, it was more like it played, stopped, and then played again, like Peroxide did. You know, where it's like the beat was just kind of.
It was too.
It was kind of just chop paste, which is like it's but at least like this kind of set had more of a structure to it, which I really fucked with. And then the last lyric obviously said, "God is love," like, which God is love is my drug. Good luck, there you go. D9 is up. I don't know if you might have caught this, but it kind of has the same tune as God at one point, where in the background he's like, I'll fucking play it. So you hear that?
Kinda, yeah.
Oh. Now tell me if that's. I feel like it kind of resembles the God is love is my in a way.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I can hear that.
You hear that? Like I'll play.
God is love is my drug.
You put two and two together. I'm like, huh. So he's really just like taking bits there, and I really fucked with that. That kind of puts a little more to Good Luck, kind of like how 3-3 he put a little more to Exeter in a way, because it kind of just shows like the flows, the lyrics, and kind of the melodies can be reused in like different senses, which I really fucked with. Disarray has this one part that sounds a little bit Exeter-y in the middle, which I'll bring up again. Hear that in the background? It's like very
washed out.
Yeah, a little washed out, which I really fuck with. And I kind of brought a little bit of Exeter vibes there, which I really could appreciate. And I want it that way. I was listening to this and I was like, it just kind of clicked too. He's talking about like, I cannot change or something. I would tell you the reason, but I can't say. In Waster, he really says like, only way I make it through the days I can't say. And that's like, oh shit. He's just kind of taking them same ideas and just putting them more conceptualized. So I don't know. I just thought that was really cool and kind of, gives more depth to his past work.
Oh yeah.
Would you say?
I never would have caught any of those
Really?
references. Not
Really?
for the Reddit post. Yeah.
Girl. That's the thing. I just like, I don't know. When I listen to music, I just kind of pick up on little shit just without even thinking about it. And then when I hear it again, it's like, And ever since my Bladee deep dive, a lot of shit like has been more clear.
Yeah.
I guess. And that's why it's like, I think like when Roddy Ricch be doing it, I'm like, bro, you just like. Whereas if Roddy Ricch can takes a lyric and pretty much does it the same way, he's just cloning it, Whereas if like every time Bladee does it, it's more like, okay, he's like upcycling it. He's actually making it different, putting a new meaning towards it, all that. How would you think this album would like rate on Blade's discography, honestly?
Man, this is like my favorite Bladee album.
Really?
I've gotten the most play out of it. It's not even. It might be recency bias, to be honest, but it came out like 3 months ago. It's not like it came out a week ago and we're talking about it. Like, I'm still listening to it. I'm still enjoying it. I like Ice Dancer a lot too. Yeah, I know. r/Sad Boys. I'm an Ice Dancer casual. I don't give a shit. Okay.
No,
Fuck you. It's a good album.
Thing. Ice Dancer is crazy.
It's a great
though.
album.
It's a great album.
Great
See, okay, look, like, all right, what do you think of Red Light, real quick? What do you
Red
think?
Light is all right.
All right,
I think
okay,
it's
yeah.
decent.
I think it's
I
decent
re-listened
too.
to it as decent.
But like, stop putting Red Light above fucking Ice Dance. That's the thing. It's just like it's not even comparable. Like they're two. Like Red Light is more evil, like loopy Bladee, but fucking Ice Dancer's like clear, crisp. Everything like for the most part about Blade's like trap persona is like evident and clear in fucking Ice Dancer. But yeah. But go on. What would you say?
I also like Working on Dying. I've been listening to a lot. Like
for
just
sure.
Individual songs. I realized I just have played them so many times individually. Like Backstreet Boys and Best Buy recently. Lordship very recently. Lordship is fucking amazing.
Lean's verse on that.
It's so good.
It's amazing.
Man.
For sure. Dude, I think I walked into August at Madison,
Mm-hmm.
like last time I was there, and they were playing Knightsbridge, and I'm like, no fucking way. And then I think, and after that, I was just like, oh no, dude, this is Bladee, this is that shit crazy, and like, but that was a song that like, it was one of those songs I kind of breezed over, you know, and it was like, there's a lot of, and there still are Bladee songs I kind of breeze over, sleep on, and then I listen to it again, I'm like,
Dude, yeah,
oh,
yeah. It's totally the same for me. Like I'll hear just a song played that I haven't heard in a while because I kind of skipped over it, like you said. But I'm like, man, that kind of slaps.
It is
I'm gonna add
different.
that to the Drink Gang Good playlist. You know?
Yeah, for sure. That was the thing about Exeter's because I only liked probably 2 songs off that.
Oh yeah.
And then I was just like, yo, this other shit, man, whatever. But then I really did, like, with one day really did just hit me like, yo, like all the way through, this is a consistent, like, good ass mix. Like, and I think with the Fool though, whereas like, now I was kind of thinking this earlier too, if it is recency bias or not, but I genuinely thought it was probably, it's up there, you know,
For
where
sure.
it's like, because, and I really did fuck with how he like took a lot of just a lot of the good parts of his last albums and put it together, you know. But then I do think the needle drop, right? Fantana brought up the point where it's like, is he trying to make it just more accessible, right? And
It
like,
could be.
it could be, but like, I genuinely thought it was more like, besides accessible, it was just more like, you know, just kind of carried out in a poppier sense more. It's like, you know, I did fuck with it because it's like, there are songs on there that are like not the mainstream crowd would really like, but they are more carried out like Bladee songs, you know, where it's like Ego Baby. You wouldn't really play that for a casual, you know. But
sure.
like a lot of Drain Game fans, a lot of Bladee fans like really rate that song high up, and it makes sense, you know. It hits a lot of that criteria, and it really has that like that Drain feel that I really do fuck with. And I think a lot of people thought he didn't have, in a way, you know. Or I feel like it's just because 2020 has been so poppy that I feel like a lot of people, or a lot of like OG Bladee fans, a lot of r/Sad Boys fans are like, what the fuck is Bladee on, right?
Right.
But with like Lucy going back on the production, having that trap again, and while still kind of carrying that like that pop that he wants to have, it made it more like, okay, he really is evolving, and he hasn't lost it, you know, because it's like Ice Dancer, like it's Chris crazy, like I'd be playing that front to back so many times. That shit helps me focus. I don't even like, I'm in there like I work at
next level.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like I don't need Adderall, I just need Ice Dancer in my ears, you know. But that's what I really appreciated also about the Fool, is just the Ice Dancer back, because it's like, yeah, bro, it's not saying he fell off, but when he said, I know I fall off, but this a comeback, like you could really apply that to the Fool. Just with people, and people thought he was really done with the whole trap part of Bladee, like it's still there. The pop is still there for sure.
Hell yeah.
And I don't know. I it's a good album.
Oh yeah.
Like it's a good.
It's
It has good themes. It has more, like, he takes himself lightly a bit too, kind of like how he did in Ice Dancer. And I mean, obviously with songs like Hotel Breakfast, it's just like, it's goofy, but it's like, oh, it's that like goofy,
it still has
hard
that synth line in the background where it's not.
Yeah,
it gets so goofy that you're like, all right, shut it off.
Yeah, no, and then you got fucking. I just be playing the full intro. See, every time I play that joint,
it's so good. Like, also the line where he's talking about like kill his demons, like he's about to exercise the demons on the entire album, air them out. It's so good.
Right, and he's like, man, I'm just gotta get this shit. Like, all right, so one of my bros said that he met this kid who was like huge Drain fan, and he said this kid said he couldn't get past he couldn't listen to the album because he couldn't get past the first song on how good it was.
Whoa.
On how, because it's like, and I'm like,
I
wait.
was not expecting that.
Right? That was the thing, because I'm like, you know, it's something like, all right, you hear the song, you might be like, huh? And it is one of those songs where it's like, you kind of got to give it like 2 to 3 listens before you realize it's a fucking amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Before you realize, wow.
It sounds like nothing else in the album either. There's nothing really that airy, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
But
because it's like a nice prelude on like the club banger pop like sense in songs like, you know, The Nine Is Up and
BB,
like BB,
or BBY, whatever
BBY, trendy shit like that. But you're right when it comes to it, because it is a very airy song, and then the rest of the album's kind of more crisp. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I'd say, well, that and Wet Water 2 is also pretty airy.
That's true, yeah.
Because like,
but it's interesting that that's the outro. It's like the opener and the closer are
both
just like goes up in the air.
No, that's right. It's kind of, damn, I didn't even think of it like that. But like, it is a cool way for him to kind of represent that kind of it's like a spirit when it comes to the airiness, you know, with them kind of themes in a way. I don't know.
Makes me think of the Thai Boy Digital Legendary Member album cover. That's what I think of, like,
yeah,
Blade's coming in on a chariot or some shit.
That's definitely a good way to, for sure, because the album's literally grass and a rock.
Right.
You're kind of just like, huh? You look at it, you're like, and I was thinking, dude, what's this album cover? But at the end of the day, too, and this is something actually, okay, this is, I'm just gonna have to whip my like Mac to show you real quick, because and I'll play this on here. But if you look at like Blade album covers, right, they all kind of have that same like center like circle theme in there, right? They're all at kind of the same frame.
Yeah, it's true.
You see that? So when I looked at that, then the Fool just made sense, and it's like, huh. Whereas in, okay, this was my next point really. Each album cover is more of like an embodiment of Blade.
Mm-hmm.
These like, obviously you got, you know, the Ever Since like picture, whatever. Then you got the Working on Dying, which is like,
I don't know what to make of that
even
cover.
What
to
make
honest.
a cut of that? But it's, I think it's a person like him just sitting down with like the Pradas and all that.
Yeah.
Right, and that's kind of Red Light. You know, you kind of got the
very cool album
picture
cover.
of him. Yeah. Then Ice Dancer, which like this took me time to like look at it and be like, what even is this? And then I didn't even realize like, you know, the font that shit says Ice Dancer, and then that's just kind of like an embodiment of him with like the eyes and mouth and shit, which is like, huh. Exeter 2, this shit is real. That's him right there.
Right.
I saw this like Reddit like art about it, and then it was more of like a actual like designed kind of picture of that, but it really, instead it just showed like the hands kind of controlling like a little like magic ball or something.
Oh, there was an animation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and it's like, it's really just shit like that when it comes to like Blade's like drain art, where it's like there really is, he's putting such like an idea at the surface, where if you like kind of start to understand and look at it more, there's actually kind of more of a concept behind what he's putting out, but it's kind of just in such a minimalist and like his own way, where it's like you really can't understand until you understand, you know. And I feel like that applies to his music and a lot of what he has put out, and that just shows why I think the Fool succeeded in taking, you know, the concepts that he has thrown out there and really just been able to build it into something that came out as the Fool. So shit, that's honestly all I got to say, unless you got any other pointers to throw in there.
Nah, I don't think so. I think we covered pretty much everything.
I try, like, I forgot a couple things to say. Maybe I'll just like throw a text on there and all that. But thank you guys for watching. This has been, you know, 1420B talking about Blade, and we'll probably come back to talk more about Blade and Drain Gang, because
Hell yeah.
there's levels to this shit, Avicii. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you with the next one.